Hi, how are you guys? um, how do I start this video? Well, this is gonna be a third time's the charm kind of video. I totally bombed my other two videos. One, my words were all over the place. And the second one, my hair was all over the place. I just took my glasses and put them on, and my hair became a mess, and I didn't know it. That thing was all over the camera. Yeah, we're not having that. Okay. All right, let's be professional now. Okay. Wow, I need a new mat. Anyway, I spoke about this card in my previous video. This was my card, my gift card holders that I made last year. This style of card actually came from Crafter's Companion. I know they're not the ones that invented it, but it's where I saw it, and that's where I learned how to make it. And I decided that I wanted to make them into gift cards. Why? Because when you have a bunch of teenagers, you want to give them something pretty, but you don't know what to buy a teenager these days. So gift cards, they love them. But I wanted to make it a presentation. I wanted to make it part of it, look like a gift. I know they're gonna love the gift card, but there's something about to me, something about opening a present in at Christmas that is special. So I wanted to make it, just add a little extra for them. You can make this for birthdays or whatever occasion you have, but in this case we're doing Christmas because it's Christmas in July. So we're gonna recreate that one because I've totally goofed on the other one. And look, I can show you the other one I made. It was in this box, and then I made that one. It's pretty with the gift card inside, but once again I messed up that video, so let's hope that this time I'll get it right. I did some prep work this time. I cut out the panels just to make the video go a little faster, and the one thing I am going to do is the actual cutting of the card, because that's the most important piece. I don't know about you guys, but on a normal day, I wouldn't measure anything. I just look at it, see what will fit, cut it, and just glue it. I rarely go back and use a ruler, but for this case, I did. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Let me get my card base ready, at least the sizing, which is going to be a 10 by 7. It's going to be exactly as if you were making just a regular 5 by 7 card. Don't fold it because we're going to do a little bit different. Okay, I'll be right back with that stuff. Okay, so we have our scoreboard and we have our 7 by 10 piece of paper. This is actually a little bit longer, so we're going to trim it down just a little bit up here. It's kind of weird. Okay. Now. All right, that's fine. If we need to trim it, we'll do it afterwards. Then we're going to score to the 1-inch line. So we're going to do a score mark at 1 by 1, 1 at 2 to the 1 mark, and at 6 inches to the 1 mark. So if you need to, like a lot of times I do, is I just put the ruler there as a guide on where to stop. Okay, so we're gonna go at the 1-inch score down, the 2-inch score down, and the 6-inch score down. If you're good with doing your numbers on this side without any lines, you go ahead. I need to see those numbers. So I'm gonna flip it over and do the same thing. We're gonna go ahead and score at Come on, stay still. The 1 inch, the 2 inch, and the 6 inch. Now we are going to need one more score at the 5 inch, but we're going to do that after we cut the paper. We're going to turn this over, and on this side we're going to put our ruler at that 6 inch and follow it all the way down. And we're going to take our X-Acto knife. Now if you have a paper trimmer that has either the blade or the rotary blade, then you can use that. But since I don't have one now, I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife. And we're going to just go ahead and cut all the way to our 6 inch. Okay, so there's that one side. We're going to flip. You could have done that on the other side too, but I'm just going to flip it over, make my life easier, make sure everything is nice and uniform, everything is good, everything matches. And we're going to do it again. And pass it one more time. Okay, so we have our two sides cut. And now we could go ahead and find our 5 inch mark. Let's get that ruler again. And we're going to score at 5 inches. Okay. So now folding it, it should be a lot easier. So we're going to start training it a little bit here. Start making it move a little bit here. And we're going to keep doing that until we get our everything to fold. So let's start folding that down, and everything else will follow. So there we go. Now you can take your tool and burnish that a little bit. Just flatten that down, make sure everything lines up well. And now you have your card base. Okay. Rid of this. Okay, so one of our first bases is going to be cut. I'll tell you now. It was a little bit over than 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Okay. So we can go ahead and glue that one down. And then we'll have this piece that was 7 7/8 by 5 7/8. I mean 6 7/8. So that really brought a small white border around. So we could go ahead and glue those into place, and then we're going to cut off these panels. I'm also going to go ahead and glue these pieces that are also these are 7/8 as well by 4 inches. Okay, I'm going to glue those in, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have that all glued down, and now we're going to use our Cottage Cuts wonky dies to go ahead and cut out the panels that are going to make this design. I'm going to make the exact card. So we're going to cut out all these different panels. You can use whatever rectangle die you have. You can use oval dies. You can use any size die that you have, any pretty frame die that you have that would fit there. You can use any, I mean, the creativity is yours. You know, the possibilities are endless. You can do whatever fits your style and whatever fits the space. So you can do this any way you want. So we're going to cut these 3 different sizes, and the last size is going to be for my sentiment. So we'll cut that separately. Let me get the stuff ready for the machine. Hold on. We can keep you guys there. You don't mind a little bit of noise. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put these down, and then we're going to run them through. You can tape them. I think we should be fine though, because these plates aren't warped. So I think they should hold. Okay, turn our machine on. Now, I'm talking so you could hear all the crackling and crunching that happens. That's perfectly normal with these machines, especially if you put your dies in the way I did, that it meets the sharp edge. It's gonna crackle and crunch, and you're gonna feel like it's broken, but it's not. You're fine. Okay, so we have our panels. That's our other panel and our third one. We can put these to the side. That out of the way. Okay, picking up my glue. Okay, the first panel I'm gonna pop up on some foam tape, and these we're just gonna glue down flat. We just want to add some kind of dimension to this, so that's what we're gonna do. And let me find the right scissors that doesn't stick. That scissors from Tim Holtz. I mean, I have another one that I got at Tuesday morning, which I cannot find now. That is so good at not sticking to anything, but don't know where it's at. I'm pretty sure someone in this household knows where it's at. So we're just gonna tape these guys down. You can also use craft foam, the stuff that you can get at either the Dollar Tree or Walmart or any of the craft stores. Those sheets that you can actually cut down and just glue it. It might be easier just because you can actually die cut them, so you get the exact size of the piece that you're trying to pop up. My words aren't working today. Maybe because I made this video too many times. I'm committed. Okay, we're gonna fold that down, and the reason we're doing that is just in case I'm crooked or whatever, I can still move it around, because this stuff will stick, and it loves this shiny paper. And this is just about adding some dimensions, some layers, just to add interest to your card, because you can do it without all of this. But I think it looks prettier when it's all popped up. It looks like you took more time to put it together. And for a Christmas gift or any kind of gift, a birthday gift or whatnot, I think that would be the best. I'm just going to pick this up so I can see it. Just give me 1 second. And we're going to try to get it as straight as possible. If you wanted to use a ruler, you can do that. I'm not. It's a little crooked. I won't mind it too much. These are handmade cards. It is a little crooked, but that's fine. Okay, see, it's a little bit off, But I'm gonna go with it. I'm just gonna continue because I don't think I'll be able to get it off. Let's see. Of course I have to figure it out, right? Just a little bit of OCD. Yeah, that's really on there. So yeah, if I were you, maybe put a mark somewhere so you could get it straighter than I did. But it's fine. It's gonna work for the video. It's perfect. And unless your recipient is gonna come in with a ruler, they're not gonna notice. Okay, so we're gonna just put these in all different directions, and I think that's also going to camouflage a little bit that I'm a little bit crooked. So we're going to glue this one down. And the other card I went the other way, but since I have that piece that's a little off, we're just going to go this way. And good to go. And now let's go back with our other panel. You would take your time with it. You would have yours is going to come out much better than mine. Trust me. Okay, let's see. That's good. All right. Oh no! See this glue, this paper. It just takes a while for it to stick. Unlike the other one, this glitter cardstock, it sticks pretty quickly. So we're gonna put this one here, and this is also helping with calming some of that shine from that cardstock, which is pretty, but it can be a little bit much. So we'll do that. Let's look at it. Make sure that everything is where we want it. The plus side with the wet glue is that you can still move it around and then leave it there to dry. So we're going to do the same thing on these sides. Yeah, we're going to do the same thing. Just look at it. And see, we have just a little bit of the shine coming through. There we go. So we have most of it done. Now let's work on our sentiment. I had stamped out another sentiment. Let's see if I still have it. If not, we'll just go ahead and do it again. We'll go ahead and cut it out again. Oh, wait. We can do Keep Christmas in Your Heart, just to make it a little bit different. And this is from the same stamp collection that's called Twinkle All the Way from Crafter's Companion. So if you have that, you have all of these different sentiments in there that work great for these cards. I don't know if those are available. I have bought that one in Tuesday morning and it was just like $3. You can also use whatever stamps you have available. The good thing with this is that you don't really need to go out and buy anything. If you have the stamps for the sentiment that you need, then go ahead and use that. Okay. It's a good thing that I stamped that one out, so I don't have to waste time. All right, let's run that through. There we go. Perfect. Now, we're gonna pop this one up on our with our foam tape. My hour keeps sounding like "r." That's funny. I think I'm just overthinking things. This is nerve-wracking, guys. Like you really, this, you know, you really want to come across as clear as possible, and sometimes it's hard. You overthink it. That's okay. Thing is, keep going, right? Not giving up. Okay. So now we're gonna try to get this as straight as possible. Ooh, I don't think that's gonna happen, but I guess there's okay. All right, that's it. We're gonna have to commit. So here's what we have so far. I am going to cut a little bit of white glitter paper to make a little strip here, and then we're gonna add some maybe here, or maybe not. Maybe we'll leave it like that. Let me get that ready and I'll be right back. Okay, I tied off glued down my little strip, and with my CC Designers bow die, I cut the bow out. Now, in order to get to shape the bow, because you don't want the bow to be flat, so I would suggest that you use your bone folder and just pass it a couple of times until you're able to curl that up. I would have used the pink, but the pink is purple lilac. It's really a pain to adhere with the glue, and you really have to hold it for a long period of time. So for time's sake, I'm just gonna use the white bow. And in my other video, I did it two-tone, but this time we're just gonna do a white bow. And just hold it there for a sec, just so it sticks. And then we can start curling this part. So hopefully it stays. Now this die does have a piece that cuts this out. Don't ask me where it's at. No clue. And then we're gonna glue this into place. And just hold it there while it dries. So we're gonna wait for that to dry. I'll wrap this around and finish making our bow. And then I'll come back and we'll glue it onto the card together. Okay, so we're ready to glue. I already put glue on the back of this just because it was giving me a little bit of trouble sticking. And then we're just gonna hold it there into place. And then we can start figuring out what we're gonna do with our box. I was gonna just merge that other video with the box I made for this one. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe just make it one continuous video. Let's hold it until it sticks a little bit. And this is what we have so far. Like I said, it's very pretty. Anyone would love to receive it with a gift card, especially for the gift card. I don't know if they like the gift card better or they like the card, but you know, I thought it was pretty. Anyway, let me find the paper for our box, and I'll also cut out the paper for the gift card. I'll be right back. Okay, so we cut our gift card holder at 4.5 by a little over 3 1/4. So we're going to score this at 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch on that side. 1/2 inch on this side. And then here, it's at, okay, I may have cut it a little too long. Let's bring out our gift card. See how we need it. Okay, so it's about 2 1/8. So we're just gonna cut it at, score it at 2 1/4. And I don't mind having this there. It's just extra support in the back. It's fine. We can go ahead and cut these out. And that's just gonna make it easier to glue everything into place. Actually, we'll have to cut this one just a tad bit more. And here we go. Okay. So now you have to decide how you're gonna notch this out so your recipient could get their card out okay. You can use a die, you can use you could just cut it out by hand. I'm just gonna use this and get the shape of it. I did that in the other one and I kind of liked it. Now, kind of just eyeball where the center is. Yeah, it's fine. It's just something to go by. And then we could go ahead and just cut that out. Yes, it would be nicer if you use a die, but it's fine for me. So now, when we glue that into place, I'll be able to take it out. All right, I'm not gonna glue that now. I might change that up a little bit. I don't know yet. But we're gonna go ahead and do our box. Okay, let me get that paper. I'll be right back and let me clear some of this mess up because too much clutter, you can't work. I'll be right back. Okay, so I didn't have the paper that I used the last time, so we're just gonna go ahead and use this one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna score it at 4 3/4 and 5 3/4. Then we're gonna flip it. Line that up. We're going to score it at 3 3/4 and 4 3/4. Then we're going to come back around and this is going to be again 4 3/4 and 5 3/4. So it's just alternating the dimensions on each side. Again, we're going to go here, make sure we have it right. 4 3/4. And I'm sorry. Ooh, did I mess up? We did. Yeah, I messed up. It's here. 3 3/4 and 4 3/4. All right. What's wrong with me today? That's the wrong one. Oh no, that's the right one. Is it? You really can't tell. Okay, well that's fine. Okay. We can fold that up. Those lines deceived me. That's fine. It'll work. See, that's where I did the wrong score, but luckily, the way it is, you can't really notice, especially on this side, which is what's important. Okay? So, to form our card, I'm going to make sure that I keep on this side. I'm not going to cut this part off, and that's just going to add a little more stability to the box, especially with this paper that's a little bit thinner than the one the pink one the red one I used. This cardstock from Michael's is not the thickest. And then on this side, we're just going to cut the whole thing out. So we're going to trim that down. This is not the scissor for this. And we're going to cut this down. If you want it to be straighter, and if you have one of those rotary cutters or whatever, that'll work better for this. But I'm just going to use scissor. And I think I did most of that outside of the camera. Okay. Well, let's try to get this right. Okay, we're going to cut this down straight. Okay, straight. And we're going to cut this side, keeping the little tab. Cut this down. And then cutting this off. And then when we glue it, it's going to look like this. So we have a pretty box for our card. So again, it was the long side, it was scored at 3, I'm sorry, on this side it was scored at 4 3/4 and 5 3/4. Then you turn it, and then you score at 3 3/4 and 4 3/4. When you turn it again, you go back to your 4 3/4 and 5 3/4, and the last score will be at 3 3/4 and 4 3/4, and that'll give you a box that's 1 inch, and it'll store your 5x7 card, keeping it safe, and even the little bows and stuff will fit in there fine, so you have more than enough space. After you glue this together, you would glue the bottom. You can notch out this, make it round with a corner punch. You can go ahead and do the little wrap, which in this case was a 1/2 inch cut of the white glitter cardstock. We made the bow, and then we created a little tag, which the tag, you can just take any piece of paper. If you don't have a die for it, you can just notch out the edges, just clip the edges a little bit, use your hole punch, and you have a little tag. So it doesn't have to be complicated. Have fun with it, and just you can add pattern paper to the back. I'm one for completing the entire card. I will be putting backs on all of these, and then you can add a sentiment to the middle, any sentiment you want. So I hope this video helps you guys create these little gifts. I think anyone that receives it would be thrilled. I mean, not only for the gift card, but now they have this pretty little card to go with it, and after they get the gift out, they can use it to decorate a little bit. Let's put that here. So there we go. That's our project for today. I hope you guys have a great one, and I hope I didn't make a lot of mistakes in this video. Have a great one, guys.